Your reputation. What do people say about you behind your back? Do you care what people say about you behind your back? And ultimately, when you look at you in the front, so not behind, when you look in your mirror, are you proud of who you are? So in this beautiful martial arts club, there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of grading, there's a lot of people who are really good at what they do. So they have a reputation for being great martial artists, very skilled at what they do. But could it be more important? Because we're all going to get older, we're all going to win and lose. There's going to be days that we're recognised as being world champions, or days that we lose against a world champion. That's one of the things about being involved in martial arts. But ultimately, every night you've got to go to bed, or you might look at yourself in the mirror before you go to bed when you're brushing your teeth. And the question is, who are you? Are you a gold medal winning person, not just a gold medal winner? And this club has produced many world champions. Obviously, K-Man, who runs K-Man's Martial Arts, my gorgeous husband, is a world champion. But what's the point of winning gold medals if you're a horrible person? If you are disrespectful, if you're rude, if you say horrible things about people, if you're a gossip, that's one of the things. I just can't stand gossip, and I'll just use that as a side note. If you are going to gossip to me, that means you're going to gossip about me, and that makes you a gossip. That would be your reputation, because as soon as you open your mouth and say something horrible about somebody else, that makes you a gossip. If you are, and this is something that's really important in any organisation, but particularly in any sporting organisation, if you've got a challenge with somebody, if you don't like somebody or what somebody's done, if you talk about them behind their back, which is gossip, what does that say about you? What reputation will you have? Versus if you've got a challenge with somebody, you go to their face and you say, I have a challenge with you. Now that takes courage, that's hard to do, but isn't that a reason to be respected? And what kind of reputation would that give you? Knowing that, well, Rowi's never going to talk about you behind your back. If she's got a challenge with you, she's always going to come and talk to you to your face and sort the challenge out. Now that is a reputation. So is it possible that every time we open our mouth to speak, it would be a really good idea to think about how will this affect our reputation? Now, obviously, some people don't care. Some people say horrible things about people. They're nasty, they're negative, they're just horrible people, and they just don't care that that's their reputation. But if I ask this question, 5 words to describe you as a person, and what do you want other people to say about you, or what 5 words would you want other people to say about you? And it's one of those really interesting experiences, if you were to do it as an activity, to actually ask the people in your life, and you could do it anonymously if you wanted to, but if you really want to find out what people think about you, ask them, please give me 5 words to describe me as a person, or if you really want to get the truth, send me 5 words to describe me as a person anonymously. Put it on a piece of paper and I won't know who you are. If you want to have a great reputation, if you care what other people say about you, and I'll rephrase that, most people are very, they get upset, they get anxious, they get depressed, they get annoyed, they even get angry if people say stuff about them behind their back. So if I ask you, who do you want to be and what 5 words to describe you as a person, are you living that person? That's probably the ultimate question, isn't it? So who have you decided to be? And then be that person. Now that could attract some criticism, because if you are a lovely person, if you are kind, respectful, you treat people beautifully, and you stand for something, you believe in something, you are doing what you believe to be the right thing, is it possible there will always be people who try and pull you down? And my father used to say that to me beautifully. The higher you climb, the more people will pull you down is a normal statement, or a fairly common quote. But my father used to say to me, if you have nobody pulling you down, you're not climbing high enough. Isn't that a great thing? Because that's just life, isn't it? It doesn't matter what organisation you're in, there's always going to be people who say horrible things about you, because not everybody's going to like you. And I always laugh at that. There's 7 or 8 billion people on the planet now. They're not all going to like you, are they? You don't like all of them either. So ultimately, it doesn't matter what other people say about you, it's who you want to be. And then don't compromise that, don't sacrifice that, don't change that to suit other people or to fit in with the crowd. But if it is important to you to have people say nice things about you, there's two parts there. One is there's always going to be people that say horrible things because there's just horrible people in the world. If you want to have a great reputation, is it possible you have to live that reputation? So you have to accept that if you gossip about people, you're going to have a horrible reputation as a gossip. If you are dishonest, if you cheat, if you lie, if you get cranky when you lose, there's a whole heap of things that give us a reputation. So we can't complain about people saying horrible things about us if we're a horrible person. If people are saying horrible things about us, but you know, if you look in your mirror at the end of the day and you say, I've been honest, I've been respectful, I've been kind, I've treated people beautifully, I don't gossip, I don't criticise, I don't treat people badly. If you know that's who you are, and I'll go a step further, something that I do on a regular basis, I analyse every conversation that I have, every interaction with another human being. So whether it's a telephone call or an email or a face-to-face conversation, I always analyse that conversation. I always analyse my interaction and say, could I have been kinder? Could I have been more respectful? Could I have asked better questions? Could I have been a better person? And if you do that on a regular basis, so you're checking in with yourself, you are creating your own reputation with yourself. If people don't like that, you won't care because you are proud of who you are. You respect yourself, and there's a lot to be said about self-respect, self-discipline, self-motivation, self-education, because that's all about, yes, it's all about you, but it's all about you becoming a better person every day. I hate that expression, better version of myself, or be the best version of yourself, because A, it's just a standard statement now, or become the best version of yourself. What does that actually mean? And why would you want to be the best? Because that means you can't get any better. I hate that word best. Because all champions know, I'm in a martial arts club right now, all champions know that they can get better. It doesn't matter how good you are, you can keep getting better. That's why we've got multiple world champions, or we've got multiple Olympic champions, because they know they can keep getting better. So if that is your driving force every day, how can I be better? A better person, a better parent, a better competitor, better at my work, I want to get better with my health and fitness. I want to keep getting better. And if that's your driving force and you do that with respect and kindness and as a nice person, is it possible that you'll have a great reputation? But even if you don't, if people don't like you, if people say nasty things about you, is it possible that you won't care because you will like who you are? And isn't that the most important thing? And I'll ask that question again. When you look in your mirror at the beginning or the end of the day, do you like what you see, physically and mentally? Is it possible there's a lot of unhappy people in the world because they're pretending to be nice people, but they're not really? They're pretending to say nice things about people, and sometimes they do, but behind their back, they say horrible things about that person. Well, there's a great expression, and again, I think this came from my childhood. What Peter says about Paul says more about Peter. What you say about other people says more about you. And if you want a reputation for being a nice person, could it be a great idea to say nice things? And as my mama always used to say, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Could that be a great way to have a great reputation? Just say nice things or say nothing. If you want to live your life to the max, just be a nice person. Could that be a great idea? Live your life to the max. Super-duper-doo, how are you? Living my life to the max. Great reputation. Woohoo!